What is going on, UFC card lovers? Welcome back here to UFC Card Talk. My name is Damien, and if you're new to the channel here at UFC Card Talk, not only do we talk about everything to do with UFC cards, from collecting to investing, but also recent UFC card hobby news. On this week's episode, I thought we would do a few different things. One being going over the recent eBay sold listings for this week's upcoming main event fighters, Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen, and also take a look back at the recent UFC 287 results with Israel Adesanya and go over his recent eBay sold listings after he regained the middleweight championship in absolutely fantastic style, and see the buzz around that win and what it did in relation to his recent UFC card listings. This week I will have two videos for you guys, not one but two. So if you are new to the channel, if you are interested in UFC cards, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell, because I have weekly UFC card videos coming out. Now let's get into this week's video, starting with the aftermath of UFC 287, checking out the recent eBay sold listings and other sold listings on other platforms for Israel Adesanya. We have his recent Black Velocity from 2022 optic. It was at SGC 10, numbered at 39, and that sold for a best offer accepted less than $200. We have his 2022 Prism Fireworks White Sparkle PSA 10 in a Pop 3, April 11th, selling for $150, or his 2021 Fearless insert from Prism SGC 10. It was a gold 7 of 10, April the 11th, selling for less than $500. We have his 2019 Topps Chrome Refractor in a PSA 9, this one being the green, numbered to 99, selling for a best offer accepted of less than $165. We have his Reebok patch from 2021 Panini Immaculate, selling for best offer accepted less than $600. We've got his 2019 Topps Museum Copper, numbered to 159, SGC 10, selling for $36 after 12 bids, April the 10th. So we can see that optic Black Velocity SGC 10 selling for $185, while the gold Fearless insert from 2021 Prism in a SGC 10 selling for $380. And we can see that 2021 Panini Immaculate Jumbo Memorabilia patch out of 6 selling for $350. We have his Don Ra Signature Series Gold Autograph Raw selling for $400, April the 10th. So let me know what you guys think. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I would have thought there would have been some bigger, higher end sales for Israel Adesanya given that spectacular win the way that he did it. I'm interested to know who you guys think is the current biggest active superstar in the UFC roster just now. Comment down below who you think. I honestly think it's between Jon Jones and Israel Adesanya now, given the way that he just polarized everyone with that win. The way that he celebrated after that win. Think about it, that what you want with sportsmanship, but he cannot deny that Israel Adesanya is absolute entertainment from start to finish, including his walkouts, including the fight, and including the post-fight victory and post-fight interviews. I think Israel Adesanya is the full package. He has just currently beat Jon Jones in terms of Instagram followers, which is a sign that he is on the even more up when it comes to star power in the UFC. So let me know down in the comments below who you guys think is the current biggest superstar in the UFC on the active roster. Now looking ahead to the UFC Fight Night event, Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen, we will start off with the recent eBay sold listings for Arnold Allen, featherweight who has been around for a while, who went on a quiet winning streak and has just over the last 6 to 12 months got his name out there, not only to the UFC community but also the UFC card community. Let's check out his recent eBay sold listings. I do believe you will find Arnold Allen card in the 2017 Topps Museum Chrome products. I could be wrong, correct me if you know better down in the comments, but hopefully we will see an example of his rookie card in the recent sold listings. We have a on-card auto signed on his 2022 base Prism here, selling for $43.50 on April the 9th. We have the Optic Red, number to 99, selling for 73 cents. Or we have the Blue Velocity and the Orange, both of those parallels selling for $15.50 after 3 bids. We have the 2020 UFC Striking Signatures. It's a submission specialist auto, number to 99, selling for a best offer accepted less than $50, April the 7th. Or just below that, we have his 2021 Green Pulsar Prism, selling in a PSA 9 for $51 after 6 bids. Or how about that Black Velocity that we all seem to love, selling for $25 up on April the 6th. We have a 2022 Select Phenomenon Gold, selling for best offer accepted less than $70, March 31st. Or we have his 2022 Select Premier Level Gold, number 10, selling for a best offer accepted less than $110. And just below that, we have the Select Disco Gold Premier Level, selling for a best offer accepted less than $200 on March 23rd. So a bit of a mixed bag there, selling for Arnold Allen. Some gold parallels with the lower numbers selling for a little bit more of a premium, but for the most part, Arnold Allen, considering he is one win away from a title shot, if he beats Max Holloway, he will be pushing for that title shot. It seems to be that he does have some low value, nice cards out there. So think of that what you will, guys, if you are watching Arnold Allen this weekend and you're thinking about getting into some of his cards. Next up, we will be checking out my guy, my recent PC edition in Max Holloway. I've explained this on a recent video, but I've always appreciated Max Holloway. His fight style, very entertaining. Also the way he conducts himself in his interviews. Very down to earth, just seems like a nice, genuine human being who's just very laid back, goes with the flow, which I very much respect. But not only that, I did recently find out his favorite video game is my favorite video game, and that in itself was enough for me to be like, I need to start collecting Max Holloway. So I've slowly started doing that, but let's check out his recent eBay sold listings. What about his 2022 Optic Green 2 of 5, selling for $71 after 20 bids, April the 11th. Got his debut Blue Prism, numbered to 199, $6.50 after 7 bids. We have his debut Prism, it's the Green Signatures, it's a PSA 10, and it sold $150, April the 11th. That is a nice pickup. We have a well-scented version here by the looks of it of his 2021 debut Silver Prism, $5.70, April the 10th. Or how about the Instant Impact Mojo, number to 25, best offer accepted less than $75. Sorry guys, I did forget to mention you will find Max Holloway's rookie card in the 2013 Topps products. We have his 2021 Green Pulsar Prism. I missed this auction, $60 after 24 bids, April the 9th. We have his 2018 Topps Knockout. It's the autograph with the relic, $27 after 24 bids. Very, very cool card. That one numbered to 99. Whoever got that card was an absolute steal for that price. We have his red refractor from 2018 Topps Chrome, PSA 10, guys. PSA 10 red refractor, number to 5. And it sold for $152.50. That one pulls on the heartstrings. Oh, it just gets better. It just gets better. We have his Premier Level Select 2022 Gold Disco, $43, April the 9th. God damn. We have a version of his Topps Finest. It's the base 2013. It is his rookie card, $18 on April the 9th. Or how about his 2019 Topps Chrome Blue Refractor, number 275, guys, with the auto, $33. Man, Max Holloway has just been getting crushed these past few months since that loss to Alexander Volkanovski. It's a shame to see because, well, it's not a shame to see. It's great to see actually because I should be getting more of these cards. We have the Stargazing Green from Optic 2022, number to 5, $51 after 2 bids, April the 9th. We have his Refractor on-card auto from 2018 Topps PSA 10, which is an extremely hard grade to get. To think, guys, this is an on-card autograph and it's getting a PSA 10. That card itself has probably gone 5 rounds. and it's selling for $76 after 23 bids. A lot of volume of Max Holloway selling, guys, and in one way it's no surprise. I feel like a lot of people have been holding on to these cards since his last fight last year, when he just got absolutely dominated by the current champion Alexander Volkanovski. But these are still some very surprising sales we can see here. We have his 2021. It's a debut signature series from Prism, 1 of 10, SGC 9.5, autograph with the 10 grade on the card itself. $433 up to 36 bids, April the 7th. Let me know what you guys think of that. I am very surprised, to be honest. Sad that I've just been so busy checking out other stuff more so than Max Holloway just now, but I have missed out on some really good pricing on some of his more desired cards, at least for me. This leads me into one little thing I want to talk about before finishing off the episode. I just want to talk about where I'm at currently in the hobby. I'm obviously into my second year now, and I just wanted to sorry guys, if you are, there's a lot of people out there who know way more than me, who have been in the hobby way more than me. So maybe all this stuff doesn't apply to you. If that feels like that is you, thank you for watching, but this is more aimed towards people who are newer to the hobby. I know there's still a lot of people just getting into UFC cards, whether they got into 6 months, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day ago. This is sort of aimed more at you, just because when I started out, I just thought as much as the research that I've done, and I'm still doing even to this day, well into my second year of the hobby, it just takes that much time. It just naturally takes time. And unfortunately, I didn't really have anyone to sort of give me any direction. Not that I'm trying to give people direction with their collecting, but I've always said, go out, buy what you like. That is the most important thing you can do in the hobby. But for me, it's taken me well into my second year to actually learn what I like. My card collecting, the cards that I'm buying now, it has changed so much. Even in the last 3 months, to be honest. What I thought I wanted, what I thought I liked 6 months ago has just completely changed now. And that is just because I've been in the hobby for longer. I've learned about new sets. I've learned about different cards. And one thing it's made me realize is that I'm still really just now scratching the surface to figure out what I actually like. And I've put the brakes on the buying. You'll see in my next video, I've had a massive mail day recently, and just to be completely transparent, those cards I've bought since basically August last year. So it seemed like a lot of cards, and it is a lot of cards. At least in my opinion, it's a lot of cards. But these are cards that I have been slowly buying over the last 6-8 months. But what I'm planning on doing now is just putting on the brakes with my selling, because the more that I learn about the hobby, the more I learn about myself and what I like, I've realized that in the past, I've made some buys now that I wish I didn't. And I guess you need to do that for yourself in order to learn the lessons that you need to learn. And that is each to their own. Everyone has a different hobby experience. But I just want to help document my own experience in the help that even if it just helps one person who was out there watching this video, then that would make all this worthwhile. So I'm just putting the brakes on my buying at the moment, just because I feel like I need to, instead of just aimlessly buying, I see a card and I think, oh, I really like that card, and I buy it, and then I realize a week later that I find a different insert, a different parallel, and I buy that again, and I think, oh, that one's better than the last one that I bought last week. And this has just been a recurring cycle for me. And not to say that I'm buying cards that I now don't like. There is plenty of cards in my collection, which I'm sure you guys have seen, that I truly love and will forever love. But the more I learn about these cards, the more I learn about the different sets, the more I learn about the different inserts, the more I learn about the different parallels, it's really starting to set me in a different direction. And I want to be smart. I don't want to buy a card and basically find out the next week that I liked another card more. Personally, the way I want to collect is I don't want to have 1,000 cards in my collection. I don't even really want to have 100 cards. I've spoken about this before. It is important for me to display my cards, whether it's for myself, whether it's to show to people who come over when they probably don't care. But I've said this before, I'm just so passionate about these cards. I love these cards so much. I basically force my passion onto other people. Whether they want to hear it or not, they end up having to hear it. But for me, I don't want to just have all these cards sitting in a box in a drawer that I'm not getting any sort of use out of or any sort of benefit from. Although I do think it is a buyer's market, finding these new cards each and every single week that I think I've got to buy it now, because I'm not going to get another chance, which is just not how it is. Still, even to this day, I've spoken about FOMO before, fear of missing out. A card pops up at auction, you think it's your one and only shot, when most of the time it's not. So it makes it tough to not go out and buy. So basically, what I'm getting at in short is that I'm just done now with buying cards every week, every month. I'm going to focus now, do my more research, as I always preach to everyone. I just think it's so beneficial to be learning about all these different sets, all these different parallels, in order to figure out what you like and in order to figure out a direction with your collecting. I thought I had direction before, but now I'm starting to learn that I didn't. I was just buying cards, getting caught up in the whole new experience of it all. I do believe it takes more than a year. It takes maybe closer to a year and a half in order for you to discover your own collecting, your own style of collecting. So I'm going to take a pause on the buying for now. I'm going to start saving my budget. My budget is roughly around $250 US a month. So I'm going to start saving that now. And I'm just going to start looking into acquiring more rarer pieces and just the more higher end, the lower serial numbered stuff that I think is either important for my PC or pieces that I've identified that I think are important in terms of more of a long-term hold, in order to hold it for maybe a year, 2 years, 5 years, and then turn it around and sell it for a profit in the future. And I just want to stress the importance for you people who are new to the hobby, whether you're still in your first year, is just practice more patience. And that's something that I'm still learning. Even still being into the hobby now for almost 18 months, it is still something that I'm still learning. I spoke about that FOMO that I still experience and I still will experience, but I understand it for what it is. And I just really want new people who are coming into the hobby, I just cannot stress this enough. Just take your time. This hobby is definitely not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon. And for me now, I am definitely going to start practicing what I preach. As I said, saving the budget and just learning, deep diving more into sets and cards. I'm actually, part of my new strategy will be staying more away from eBay and checking out other platforms such as comc.com and PWCC, and even connecting more with the fantastic UFC card community that we have on social media platforms like Instagram, Discord groups. Start experiencing more that side of the hobby than what it is just to be buying cards every single week and every single month. I've got a lot of great pieces now that I'm super grateful to have, I'm super happy with, and I think it's time for me. As I said, I don't want to end up having hundreds of cards. I want to have a smaller number, something more about 30 cards that I can just have on rotation, on display. That is just something that's personally important for me. Everything else I can either have setting aside, it's not a long-term hold, then I'll just look to get rid of it. So guys, I hope that maybe helps just at least one person. If that has made any sense to anyone, please feel free to always message me when you feel like it. I love to chat and connect with other people who are into UFC cards on my Instagram at UFC Card Talk, and I'll see you again here next time for another video.